Time now for our Fan of the Week, presented by Sprint. And we welcome to the proceedings Gary Garcia, who joins us from Pepsi Center out there in Denver. Thanks a lot for joining us, Gary. We certainly appreciate it.
Good evening, fellas. It's good to be with you. How are you?
Hey, we're doing great. I understand that you have a lifelong association, really, with the Nuggets, going back to the ABA days. Your family's had tickets there. When's the first time you went and saw the Nuggets in person?
I was about probably 7 or 8 years old at the Denver Coliseum back in the ABA days. With Dan Issel as a player and David Thompson, all those great players. So I remember those days very clearly, and just 47 years goes by really quick.
Yeah, tell me about it. Go ahead, Gia.
Hey, Gary, obviously a tremendous fan of the Nuggets, and you guys have had a tremendous history in terms of success as a franchise and a love affair with your team. Where do you rank this team with some of the teams you've had through the years? You've been there, since the beginning of time, literally. Where do you rank this team with some of the greats you've had in the past?
This team this year, I got to tell you, I was hoping for a quicker out of the gate this year. We've kind of stumbled, but it looks like we're really starting to pull things together pretty well. As far as ranking this team, it's kind of hard to say. I'd like to think that we could push very deep into the playoffs this year. I'm hoping for that.
When you talk about pushing into the playoffs, once again, all the great teams you've seen there in Denver, you think about the Denver team that upset the Supersonics, the team with Robert Packard, the point guard, Mutombo playing center. I believe that season as well was one where you guys were not expected to upset the #1 seed or expect to beat a higher seed. With the style that this team plays, as fast as they go, as athletic as they are, do you think that's an advantage? And what do you think is the advantage of your team?
I definitely do think that's an advantage. I mean, we're in the Mile High City. George Karl has these guys as a run and gun team, just to try and run these guys down as best we can, and then see what we can do in the fourth quarter. So I've got a lot of faith in that and in George Karl. And like I said, I think this is a good running, fast team. We've got some young, strong players in Kenneth Faried and Ty Lawson. So I'm hoping for some good things. I
imagine the Denver fans, you included, pretty happy with Kenneth Faried from the other night. He was the MVP of that BBVA Rising Stars Challenge with a 40-point night.
Yeah, very impressive. From where he was last year to this year, it's almost night and day. And I think along with all the rest of the players, we're finally starting to gel and come together.
Gary Garcia, the best-dressed fan of the week we've had this season, I think we would all agree. And thank you very much for spending some time, and enjoy the game tonight.
You bet. At least I put some Nuggets blue on for you.
Thanks, you go.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Certainly. Gary Garcia, our Fan of the Week, presented by Sprint.